Hi, my name is Emily Brown, and I am a Catholic missionary with Family Missions Company. And this is my call to mission story. So I first encountered foreign missions when I was 17 years old, when two Family Mission Company missionaries came to my youth group and told us what they did. I never really encountered people that were doing foreign missions as their life. I just only knew people that had done it in short-term mission trips. And they were talking about how they were going to lead a short-term mission trip to Kolkata, India in about 6 months. And there was just something in my heart that said, hey, I'm going too. So I actually went up to them after and I told them, I was like, hey, I'll see you in 6 months. I'm going to India. And I went home and I told my mom, and she was less enthusiastic than I was. But she eventually got on board, helped me get my passport, and let me go. So I went to Kolkata, India about 2 weeks after I graduated from high school. It was my first time out of the country. Got through the Mumbai airport all by myself with the grace of God. And yeah, so when I got there, I just really had such a beautiful encounter throughout the whole 2 weeks with just the poor and people that I never would have encountered, and also missionaries that were there. And I got to talk to them more about their lives and what they did. And I think the Lord just helped me grow a lot in empathy and understanding the dignity of a human person. When I was there, got to help in Mother Teresa's homes of the sick and dying, and I got to visit a leprosy colony that was there as well. And just understanding and seeing poverty not as just a monetary struggle, but for love. And I just remember encountering people in the leprosy colony and touching them, and they would cry, just simply from the love of being recognized and the love of being touched. And that was what their poverty was. And then being able to bring Christ to people there. But then I came back to the States after the trip and went to college and did lots of college-y things and got very distracted. And yeah, kind of just backburnered that entire experience. And I decided that I was going to be a PA. I graduated with my bachelor's in health science, and I worked in the emergency department as a medical scribe for a couple years. And just had my whole life planned out in front of me. I had decided that I would do short-term mission trips every now and then to kind of satiate that thirst for the Lord's poor and just who they are, and getting to experience that with them. And then I was sitting in the adoration chapel at my church that I love to go to, and I was praying one day, and I just felt the Lord calling me to something deeper, a more radical love for him, and I knew that he wanted me to pursue missions. And so I researched a bunch of different mission organizations, and I came across Family Mission Company's page, and I was already familiar with them, so I looked more in depth at that one. And yeah, so I decided there was no harm in inquiring about what this whole missions thing was, and I told the Lord, I said, Lord, if this is what you want me to do, I will do it if you make it just so easy. Just the easiest thing I've ever done, then I will do it for you. No roadblocks, let's go. And he really delivered. He really did. I inquired, and I went back and forth a little bit, filled out some forms, did some paperwork, had a phone interview, and then kind of got an email that was like, can you fly out to Louisiana in 2 weeks? And I was like, yeah, I can. So I did, and shortly after that, I got accepted, and I also had discerned that I was going to accept their exception. And yeah, so the Lord made it really easy for me in that aspect. The whole experience hasn't been easy, but it has been well worth it. And the Lord really gives you the grace to meet every obstacle that you meet along the way.